fucking annoying, man. Yeah, it like my internet just dropped and didn't my computer didn't say anything. As far as my computer was concerned, I was still connected to the internet. So fucking dumb and so I had like no idea that I even dropped.
Oh my.
Thought it was exactly. I was planning to read out. I still am, and I still got like 2 hours to go. Yeah, like I said, it was just Snart came in and I was talking to him, and then like nothing happened. I was just playing the game, and then nothing was connected. I finally looked down at the bottom of um my OBS and it said 0 kpbs. Ah, fuck. But my computer said it was still connected.
I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just weird. Sucks because I finally built up some viewers on Twitch.
What do you...
You think you're clever? Stay out of things you don't understand. I don't answer to you.
How many days do I have to? I have to give him some time and. Up, you little bitch, bro.
You're not as important.
Thank you, Snart, for the reason.
Appreciate you, buddy. Brother Victor.
Ah, you must be the one I've heard so much about. A curious figure. Navigating the shadows of Connacht. Solving problems where others stumble. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother Vitus, humble servant of the Red Church, or so the official title goes. I prefer to think of myself as an architect of change.
That's a lot of months. What kind of change?
The kind that reshapes institutions and realigns priorities. The church as it stands is stagnant, weighed down by those who use it as a platform for ambition rather than service. Fabius, for instance, is a fine example of what I aim to correct. I seek reform. Nothing so dramatic as rebellion, of course. A more elegant approach is required. One must lay the groundwork, build alliances, and ensure that when the time comes, the transition is seamless. On parchment, yes. In practice, let's just say the hierarchy of the Red Church is more fluid than it appears.
Is it?
Fabius holds the title, but titles are transient. Influence, vision, and the ability to shape the Church's future, those are what truly matter. And in those areas, he's sorely lacking. Let him bask in his authority while it lasts. The tides are shifting, and soon enough, even he will see that he's relying on borrowed time. I'd like to ask you to speak with Anselm, Yvain's major domo. He's a man of considerable influence. He holds the respect of the people and the keys to the court. Should Yvain's position become vacant, Anselm will step into power. A useful ally, wouldn't you agree? But Anselm is cautious, perhaps even suspicious of anyone bearing the church's seal. This is where you come in. I have instructions for him. Guidelines to keep the court safe from the plague. Simple, practical advice, but to gain his trust, you'll need to offer more than words. A caravan from the island asylum is on its way to Connacht, carrying valuable supplies, plague potions, masks, gloves, and other tools for survival. Deliver these to Anselm, along with my message, and he'll see the value of our collaboration. Fabius, in his infinite wisdom, has forbidden the Red Priests from participating in the matters of the court. That's just how he is. Very eager to maintain his spotless image. Fortunately, I have no shortage of resourceful individuals willing to assist. Excellent. I knew you'd see potential in this
I'm gonna
opportunity.
go tell Fabius.
Together, we'll ensure Anselm sees the value of our efforts. The caravan is on its way. Find it, secure the supplies, and deliver them along with my greetings. Take whatever else you find. Coins, trinkets, that sort of thing. But the sealed crates, they must go to Anselm untouched. Consider it a sign of good faith. Do this, and you'll have my gratitude. And perhaps more. Ludger? He's an eager one, isn't he? Now, let's call it, misplaced zeal. I may have suggested he keep an eye on matters, but harassment, that wasn't my idea. You must understand, I need to know what's happening with Fabius and his little indiscretions. Ludger's enthusiasm may have gotten the better of him, but his intentions were noble. Observation, nothing more. Ah, that's unfortunate. Not my intention at all. This girl is an innocent caught in Fabius's web. I don't wish her harm. I only wanted to observe the truth, as I always do. If Ludger has overstepped, I'll rein him in. We wouldn't want to give Fabius any ammunition against us, would we? But it seems you're more than an idle observer yourself. Tell me, why are you so interested in Lily's plight? Surely you've come here for more than just complaints about Ludger? Ah, yes. The poor girl caught in the web of Fabius's ambitions. But tell me, did you really think a man so fond of sermons would keep to his vows? Oh, it's not about belief. It's about seeing clearly. Fabius is a careerist, my dear friend. His every action is calculated to elevate himself. Other people are merely pawns in this game. The Red Church deserves better than his kind, but there is a way to set things right. Help me, and I will ensure Lily has a fresh start, far from the prying eyes and judgment of Connacht.
Fucking.
A new life, unburdened by scandal. A simple thing, the truth. Lily must formally report Fabius for breaking his vows. Such actions cannot be ignored. Not if the Red Church is to reform itself into something greater. You'll be compensated, of course. A purse of coin for your trouble, and the satisfaction of knowing you've helped expose hypocrisy in its most insidious form.
What do you want?
Oh, it's you. You look, well, all things considered.
Hello there.
Brother
I
Chris.
always knew you had to have survived. There simply wasn't any other possibility.
Homegrown, how you doing?
Ah, no. Sadly not. I apologize for my forwardness. It's just, I've read so much about you. I feel as though we've known each other for ages. I've spent hours poring over the drawings of your vascular system. Enough that I'm fairly certain I could recreate them from memory.
That's...
I'm so glad you're here now. If there's anything you need, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Oh, no. That honor fell to others. I was merely a silent admirer. Though I have to say, I do think they were rather heavy-handed with you. I've heard no one had much faith in you, but that doesn't excuse carelessness, don't you think?
The feral realism is alive.
Why, indeed. I have my suspicions, but nothing I can say for certain. Not yet, at least.
We're trucking, bro. We're
You
trucking.
left so suddenly. Your case was in chaos. Incomplete notes, no one willing to talk. It was all very frustrating. That said, I do know a few things about what happened to you. And, more importantly, about the people who allowed it to happen. I'd need to dig through my notes, though. In the meantime, there's something I'd like you to help me with. Not at all. You're a mercenary now, aren't you? Or did I get that wrong? I simply wish to hire you for your exceptional talents. Straight to the point, I see. Oh, I do like you. You've got a sharp mind, and I'm really glad they didn't break it by accident. I need items touched by the weirdness. It's a personal fascination of mine. The way the weirdness reshapes even the most ordinary things is incredible. It can take something entirely mundane, like, well, you, for example, and turn it into something extraordinary and unrecognizable.
Thank you.
Bring me a few of these items, and by then, I should be ready to share what I know about the experiments. Now, is there anything else? Go forth and thrive.
Yeah, well, oh, well, it's good to know that there's more missions that we know about.
Vitus, that wretch. I always knew he hated me, but to stoop so low as to use an innocent woman and a child, my child, to hurt me. No, I won't give him the satisfaction of seeing me broken. He won't take my family away from me. I'll take Lily, and we'll leave this place. We'll find somewhere to start fresh. Thank you for telling me about Vitus's plans. Without your warning, I don't think I'd have realized how much I stand to lose.
Keep poking around.
Into fast travel. Did.
What's that noise? I'll strike you down. I've taken you. Back to your hovel, coward.
Deserter scalps. Yeah, it pretty much does. That's why I've said a couple times before. This literally, if you are if you're looking for if you're having that Skyrim itch, and you just don't want to play Skyrim, you need something new. This is the game. It actually is a little bit more like Oblivion though, as far as the way the leveling works, but. Or the newer Oblivion, I guess you could say. But if it's got that itch, they make a cream for that now. I mean, I'd just rather play the game than be all creamy. Bethesda. Give me the monies. No, I highly recommend this. The whole, world that it's set in is
No need for that, is there?
Stay quiet. You return. I hope it's with some purpose, not idle chatter. Vitus, you say? I wasn't expecting anything from the Red Church. Masks, gloves, plague supplies? And guidelines, too. He's certainly thorough, I'll give him that. I may not trust the Church's motives, but I won't deny the usefulness of these items. If nothing else, they'll help safeguard the court. Tell Brother Vitus I received the package, and tell him I'll remember this. Until next time.
We remember with Bethesda. Smells just like fresh. Side effects may include an aversion to Todd Howard and having cash in your wallet. Some patients have reported cases of taking an arrow to the knee, but this effect is rare. Yeah, I was once a clinical researcher like you.
What brings you... Gone, is he? A coward's retreat. Running before he could face the consequences of his actions. Typical. I had hoped to see him fall. Not simply vanish. There's no satisfaction in a battle where the opponent forfeits. No chance to expose the flaws in his armor for all to see. Still, a vacant seat in the church leaves room for opportunity, doesn't it? The people will need someone steady, someone capable of leading them. Perhaps this wasn't the path I envisioned, but it may be the one I take. Yes, but not like this. I want him disgraced, stripped of his false piety for all to see. Running away denies us that satisfaction. But remember this, friend. Even in defeat, one can find victory. And Fabius, he'll stumble again, wherever he goes. His mistakes will haunt him, and perhaps one day we'll hear of his fall after all. You've done well to bring me this news. I'll ensure it doesn't go to waste. Good. Anselm is not an easy man to sway, but with this gesture, we've planted the seeds of trust, and perhaps ambition. Here's your reward, and consider it a token of appreciation for your discretion. You've proven yourself quite resourceful. The tides of Connacht are shifting, and you've ensured they move in the right direction. Well done. Well, he's out of the way.
What is what's his face name? Weird. Asked me about gathering unidentified items from bodies of weird beasts. So I guess I'm gonna have to go to this.
I don't answer to you.
Yes. What did the dude give me? Oh, a plague doctor? Is that it? I mean, it's cool looking. I'm going to assume there's weird beasts. Dude. Motherfucker. Was not quite ready for that new increased zoom. Do I have to come back at night when it's... See. Oh, okay. Wants fucking... I see what he's after. Doesn't matter what the creature is, as long as it's weird and it drops something. Like anus.
Snikt nars wat verbet wat nes uit die recht. Even kwap sneeuwet. Riel bespo. Gebet. Sabes nachtvi. Say, ik blijf gaan. Nah, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's what it's yeah. Stian movement snama weer voor no ziebe. Sneet die blonde stop die rust van het loop na wolf zeer die one. Zeer hier zo wil Stian skart die snap. Maar ik heb ze nog vast direct voor jullie. Steady voor jullie. Morf macht Serbiano. Starret Philips fear blitz no battle without. Biel swing is a seal fassen more. Men sich tag auf Straßen. Spell with our off in after more. So memory blacket. Near sim to a lock sair, but threatened all from us and the up was yet that's a memory. We scally. We will not go up. We're empties. One more. Maybe. Slurf with it's on it. It must new is not right. Oh yes, and the corpse it was shady that seal with skin that of was no but seal beside. Yes, there throw.
I'll be here for Bill.
Slam so net. Skin that swell feet like it. And I know it. And you roll it out. Well, we are. It's a god, it's looking. God, the drift one side that there's you go see if we now. See, so we are one, no. Real beslag seg of accident. Stroke had nerves, sir, you read on it. Zero man, fahry shout.
You find more weird beasts. Need one more. I don't remember being here. Going in circles. Go back to the crispy. The Christmas. Ooh, moo moo. Moo. Fucking let me in, you. Abandoned burger house. Like burger. Burgermeister. Lovely D, how you doing? Nice to see you too.
Keep your dill in one piece, I see. Ah, such inconspicuous little things. Did you know that cleansing them in the weirdness-repelling fire reveals their true nature?
It's about as funny as it goes.
They may still appear to be mere banalities, and yet they become more. To think, you ventured into the weirdness and returned unscathed. All to retrieve a few items for me, as if it were nothing. Oh, you've become a true marvel. Ah, yes, of course. Now that you've proven the success of what was done to you, some things have become clearer to me. You see, from all the documents I've read and the research notes I've studied, I always believed that the way your treatment was conducted was for the greater good. It was meant to be the key to curing the Red Death. But now, I'm not so sure that the people who orchestrated your stay with us had the same goal in mind. Of sorts. I hope you'll forgive my little ruse, but I needed some answers myself. And you've delivered them in a most satisfactory manner. Not that I expected anything less of you. Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. Everything that was done to you was at their behest. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive.
Carrot up.
Honestly, I was more focused on the results than on who was behind it all. But then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything meaningful. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble, but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the weirdness was enhanced. You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? Really? That was it? What a colossal waste. The man ran from the Red Death in the homelands. How is he supposed to help us now? All that time, all those sacrifices, were they for nothing? What use is a dead king against the plague that followed him across the sea? This may be a battle, but it cannot be won by simply hitting things with a sword. I'm sorry, I just got incensed, you know? As you should. Because it means all your suffering was for nothing. Oh, I know I don't. But I can recognize futility when I see it. Goodbye. Every encounter with you leaves me...
How much is the house here?
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
I wasn't got money.
Well, that would leave us with 17,000. Let's go buy it. I guess let's see if it's worth it. So I guess let's see. Where's
Have some
Pharrell's?
spare food or coin?
Buy other stuff from Pharrell.
Welcome back. Before you.
Who sells the housing stuff here?
Always a pleasure. Good to see the world's.
Oh, hello there. Got money?
Oh, I remember. Oh. She in lower?
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Good. Good. Delia. I think this.
Hello.
Why can't I fucking see it? Like, all right, let's go take a look.
You doing okay?
I'm doing just fine. I just bought a house, but I didn't know drowners had a sword. Your bow. This way. My house, bitch. Direction. I just kind of want a different helmet. I've sent you to there. Yes. Appreciate you. In there like swimwear, nice. Wait, didn't I have per That's what a itchy leg is. This stuff all looks cool. It's just not what I'm going for. Flame gorged ma. Need some like circlets, things that you can put on your head, but not necessarily cover up. Try the first. Yeah, it's just too much. It's cool looking. I just don't need. Ugh. Maybe not. Nightbleed pants. Fucking. Oh, we're still in the light. To be fair, those. Let's pick some better looking. Increases movement speed multiplier by 25%. Reduces stamina. Why would it reduce stamina? Right. So many items in here that reduce things. Increases dash cam. Increases melee rate. Willpower increases magical. Chance. Kinda curious. Boosts everything by all the top stuff by 5. Fucking tempted to wear it just because. Oh, let's see. Increase buff duration 20. 25. Ashes regenerated. Do I have cloak weapon? Is stamina regenerate? Tunics. Back in the lightweight. Okay. Fuck the chatter, but stupid fucking feels 50%. No, no, this is not. This is Tainted Grail, bro. Where is it? Been Goobin. That shit was hilarious. That's what block fairies and oh. All right.
Have some spare food or coin?
Bro, I'm a terrible adventurer. I didn't know you could get up this way. Shit. How the fuck do you get down there? I didn't even know you could get down here.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough. I hope you're ready, because this is it. the beginning of the end. Ready to finish your journey, of course. You've come far, but every path ends somewhere. Yours ends here, in the heart of it all. Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. Literally. Yes, and I was getting quite bored with the wait. This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand. They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept to their herbs and potions, but they didn't. They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. And maybe they were right. But people don't want the truth when it's covered in blood. Cruel rituals, sacrifices, hard choices in search of real results. They called it wisdom, knowledge gleaned from the weirdness itself. But to the people, everything they did was unnatural, costly, and frightening. The druids believed their results would justify the costs. They thought Avalon would see them as saviors. But the people didn't understand, and fear turned to fire. The Red Church and their politicians made sure of that. The druids became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so simple, so banal, isn't it? Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world, an ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world. To greet you, I was once where you are now, a knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place. And here I found my answers. Now it's your turn. Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results, as shown by you being here. He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind. Why waste time here talking about it when you're just a step from the end? It's best if you just go forth and see for yourself. Just remember, this is the point of no return. Once you've stepped through, there's no going back. But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that. Go on. He's waiting for you.
Yes, look at my fucking mystic cloak.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradog followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are, a truly rare and joyful occasion. Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task before us. What lingers here, it's older than Avalon, older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form, raw potential, unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradog wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time. Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you. Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed. They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
And it didn't work out that way.
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born. I tried, and I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you.
Me?
The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
You're saying all of that. Everything I went through was all part of your...
You flatter me. No, I couldn't have predicted all of that. I merely nudged the Red Church in the right direction and asked Caradog to assist where I couldn't. I can see you're still doubting me.
What?
I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future. It won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon. Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
Even if he's full, what follow?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us. And no man should have the power to demand such sacrifices.
Baby, up.
But do you understand why I want it so much? I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for by others. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow. They waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn. Let it rot. Let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it. Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't. Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern. If the weirdness takes them, so be it. At least it won't be another king's failure. Another lie propping up a dying world. It'll just be what it is. Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart.
He's the Joker.
I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its
Total
own
anarchy.
weight. What comes after? That's for the ones still standing to figure out. Then let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. I've lived longer than any man should. Seen more than anyone should ever bear.
It's gasoline again.
And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance, to end it all. To end him. Orin's a druid. That's what they do. They believe. They believe in myths, in symbols, and some of them believe in saving Avalon. I don't believe it's my decision to make. Not Orin's, not Arthur's, not mine. I've watched this cycle turn too many times. I have no stake in what comes after, only in making sure this nightmare finally ends. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws, we shattered them. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. The bill comes due, sooner or later. Always. This cannot be allowed to continue. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined, but now, here we are. You've done what no one else could, what even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together, almost complete, but not quite. And because of you, I can finally finish what I started centuries ago. So, thank you for bringing us to this moment. You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. Complete what you came here for. And then, we'll meet again. As allies, or as enemies. That's up to you. Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this. Whatever comes next, I'll be ready. I hope you will be too.
Not allowed to go in the water? Yes, times of calmness, I give off a nice little ditty.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer. Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die. Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing. Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. And the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem?
Yes.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place. I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle. Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur, not as the king, just as a simple, normal human being. Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore? I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is, to finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Camelot gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished, my plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering
This is
my
like
name
the
causes?
complete opposite of Arthur.
No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones. Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over. Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you, because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice, not mine, not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side with, Orin, Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself, or give it to someone else. I don't even want to know. Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally rest. Let me die. Please. Let me.
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
Nice to see you. Let me go. Let me finally rest.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow. He shall find his way home. The tear between the worlds shall close. You will shape the world to become its witness. You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed. You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you. You will vanish into the story you chose to restore. Then the prince will ascend and return to his mother. The heart shall cease its bleeding. Through his ascension, the weirdness will be tamed.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
Anything else he's got? Okay.
You uncovered the truth buried in the weirdness and used it to return Arthur to where he truly belonged, ending the cycle and securing Avalon's future. The four-dweller mother's heart, no longer bleeding, sealed the wound in the world, and with it, ended the Red Death that had stolen so many lives. And so, the legend of King Arthur began to fade. In its place grew a stronger Avalon, where the weirdness was no longer feared, but understood. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side, the South found a peace it hadn't known in years. The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it became a land ruled by its own people on its own terms. Because of you, the men here remained and the Kuanacht endured, not just as a place, but as a legacy of quiet defiance and hope. Lord Yvain was remembered as a hero who gathered the wise and set out in search of the Grail, while Kuanacht stood as a peaceful haven amid the weirdness. You awakened the giants, only to command their end, leaving no power behind for either side to claim. Without their strength, the balance held, but the divide between Camelot and the Dal Rita remained, wide, bitter, and far from settled. Fergus was named the new Galahad the Loyal. With One Eye and Brandon unable to rally the Dal Rita of the Forlorn Swords, the South remained divided. Fergus prepared Camelot's forces to reclaim the region by strength, determined to restore unity through conquest if necessary. The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the Horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land. One Eye ruled the South with the Horns of the South at his side. The Dal Rita, the Forlorn Swords, remained divided, leaving the South strong but isolated. Without wider unity, his rule endured for a time. The future beyond his leadership remained uncertain. Nianta left Kuanacht with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Magat left Kuanakt alongside Yvain, surprising many who had long considered him harmless and weak. His fate remained unknown, but in time, the people spoke proudly of the last druid, claiming him as one of their own. Urfra left Kuanakt alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. Fabius fled with Leal before the church could act. In hiding, they built a quiet life together, raising their child far from the reach of the Red Church. Ailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing. With Helmi as the new matron, the Volca returned to their former glory with renewed ferocity, their berserkers filled with an aggression that stirred quiet fear among the other tribes. Among the united tribes of the Dal Rita, the Volca were treated with equal parts awe and mistrust, seeming to teeter closer and closer to madness.
It kind of has that Fallout ending
Henry
feel to
turned
it.
away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Strana's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength. He rebuilt the tribe and reunited them with the rest of the Dal Rita, restoring their place among the tribes of the Forlorn Swords. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balaam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines. You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body. Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores. You made a pact with the Four Dwellers, freeing them only once they agreed to leave behind their knowledge. One was lost to madness, but another fulfilled the promise, placing a stone woven with the song at the feet of the Stone Wardens. Through it, the craft survived into a new age. After you fell to the Red Death, Bior withdrew from the world. He claimed he would never give his heart again, carrying your memory in silence for the rest of his days. After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, and most preferred not to remember. O Queen Cinnamon Sage never forgot the bond he shared with you. Proud of the path you chose, he built a small shop near your grave, and in quiet moments, still spoke to you as he once did. A friend loyal beyond the bounds of life.
I have to say, even though it's not cinematic, I do enjoy the those types of endings, like when you play Fallout and stuff like that. Is it now untainted? I don't know. I did something that wasn't on the the main selection. But it says I died. So sad that I died. Maybe I died later. And should, yeah, just a hint of taint.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head. And I feel it. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and loud. Sit to the top of my lungs, what's going on?
Celebrate the taint. How would I rate the game? I would give it an 8.5. Alright, congratulations, you've completed the game. You never turned the world before the ending. If you're ready for a great challenge, you can do with your current character, inventory progress, the world, and more. You can also end your journey. Where does it take you? I'm not ready for. Okay, so it takes you to. Oh, Horns of the South. Oh, it takes you. Why there? I don't know. Start new gameplay. Going to save after it. One. Took me to Eddie Vedder's doorstep. Okay, cool. Well, y'all. My first playthrough of Tainted. So that means next stream I'll be working on something else. Let's see. So I still have, what do we have here? What would have made it a better game? my biggest complaints are still the same complaints that I had when I started playing. Is that there were aspects because I'm really a third person player. I prefer third person. I like a good third person, so that would have made it better. And just more in-depth character creator. I don't even mind that the graphics are just a little bit behind everything. That doesn't bug me at all. That would have made it better, but that's not on my list. Just a more in-depth character creator and third person would have personally given me a 10/10 out of it. Otherwise, I think the game's just phenomenal. Are there obviously systems that could make the game even better? Sure, absolutely. But for me personally, 10/10, if if it would have just had that 8.5, just great story, fun gameplay, um, and the replayability. Obviously, you saw the ending; those were choices that I made for those characters. So we could easily go back and make completely different choices throughout the game and end up with different results. There were things in the game that I thought that I was doing were good, and at that very ending, sounded like it wasn't. So and then that's not even the top. Like, there's still the other main endings. Like, I chose to go with the life spindle, which is not something that is like a quest. It's something you have to seek out. So I went with the life spindle, whereas there's other endings. There's the bringing Arthur back. There's giving his soul to somebody else. There's taking it. Like, there's right there. There's like 4 or 5 different endings that I could have rolled with. Um, and even just off the branch of that one save before the end, right there, I could just go back to that and watch, like 4 or 5 other endings, not even including all of the the threads or whatever that could change depending if I go back through. And then there's possibility there's stuff that I missed. So I just feel very strongly about the game. Absolutely um not disappointed even in the slightest about it. It's just so good. All right. So what am I gonna play next stream, which might be tomorrow, as long as things goes according to plan. I do have a Plague Tale Requiem. There's DLC for Shadows. I think there's DLC for Mirage as well. That reminds me. Creed. Anyway, there is DLC for Mirage. I don't know if it's out yet. When does it come out? I think it might come out in December. DLC for Mirage, DLC for Shadow, and then of course I have a Plague Tale Requiem play. So we've got some options, and then also I have some keys for Star Wars Outlaws I need to give away. One's for the Switch 2, and then the other one is for PC. I have to get the second. So at some point in the next month, I'll be giving those away. I don't know if I'll be giving probably on the stream. We'll do a drawing or something. I don't know. All right. Well, I gotta get off here because I gotta see. I gotta wake the baby up, but let's see who was here. I see on the side Hag, Clever Vaz, Disc Golfer, Homegrown Tacos, Cakes, Kayak, Cornwall, Hack Inspire, and Warhammer. I know Mac Daddy was here. Disconnect. My internet dropped halfway through. Hate when that shit happens. I didn't fuck it up. I just really didn't have many people on Kick today. Yeah. So, all I ever ask is that you come follow the channel, hang out with me, chill with me, do the thing. What the fuck? What is... Bro, what is up with K1? He's fucking... Wow. Oh, okay. Raider. Here's the answer, Raider. Otherwise, come follow the channel. You don't have to do anything. Nothing. There are options, though. If you want to support the channel, you can always get bits, you sub. You can gift subs. You can do all that fun stuff. Nothing, but none of it's obligated. Optional. I haven't. Wow, it feels like I haven't streamed in forever. Come hang out with me. While I'm playing the game, chat with me, or not. You can lurk. I'm Pro Lurk channel. Like you said, all I ever is that you should follow. If you decide that you want to do more, you can. Like I said, you can do all that stuff. I also, if you can pick up some merch from the merch store. Or if you are an Ubisoft gamer, you can go to store.ubisoft.com and use Feral Realism as the code. And then there's always, I'm partnered with Loaded, formerly CD Key. You can use the link in the chat, or you can go to the banner on the channel, click it, and go find yourself some games, and that helps me out. But you are for sure going to save more money than I'm going to get cut off. So you're really the winner here. Now, the socials link isn't working anymore, so we're not going to worry about that. If you'd like to come join the Discord, boom, right there. My Discord's pretty chill, pretty tame. Just people hanging out every once in a while. It's pretty quiet, but if you talk, people will answer. But there's spaces for general conversation, share memes, talk about games, talk about shows, share artwork, photography, porn, food porn, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. If you don't want to deal with my Discord, awesome Discords that goes to some of the teams I'm a part of, like the Savage Nation, which represents the Royal Court. Presided over by the Savage Queen, always savage, never average. Wonderful community if you're a streamer and you're trying to build up the audience, all that good stuff. So check it out. Maybe you're not a streamer, you're just looking for more streams. Maybe you don't care about any of that stuff. You just want to make some friends. Place to be. I'm also a member of the Players Club, founded by a hag on this. It is you can find anything you're looking for in a streamer there. You can find streamers do horror games and adventure games and fighting games and racing games and sports games and shooters and survival and first person. Free games, cozy games, stream games, mobile games, free games. Come find your favorite streamer in the Players Club. Day. And I am also a member of Mighty May Squad, led by the marvelous Little Miss May. There to help you make all your stream the mightiest squad on the streaming airway. Come check it out. Then I am also a member of the Negative Zone, run by Type O Gamer. It's the streaming space between the streaming spaces. Make sure you bring a change of. I'm gonna drop you guys off with Battle Cat. She is playing Dead Space. Quote for you guys. Come on. There we go. All right, I can't. I don't have enough people to host on the green side, but we'll get you going over Battle Cat. Here is your quote for today: "The flame that endures through stillness burns no less bright. Simply learns patience." All right, I will probably be back tomorrow with a new game. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Until then,